All right, the Utah Jazz get a really easy win against the Oklahoma City Thunder. This is the Hoops Nerd postgame show. Just a really nice win for the Utah Jazz in that they didn't have to do a lot and they win the game. So tonight the Jazz, they beat the Oklahoma City Thunder without a lot of effort. Let's first talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder before we talk about the Jazz. The Utah Jazz, the Oklahoma City Thunder had a player on the floor tonight. His name was Pokashevsky. His nickname is Poku, and he is an NBA 2K player. I cannot be told otherwise. If he's not, then something weird is going on, because what he is everything you would design in 2K to create the perfect player. It would be length, size, skill. Those things just aren't like put together yet. And so for Oklahoma City, they've got this player that really has a ton of just of incredible potential, to be honest. And he's actually really interesting to watch. That's probably the only thing of interest really tonight for the Oklahoma City Thunder is Pokashevsky. Other than that, they got what they wanted. They lost the game and the Jazz got what they wanted, is that they won. But one thing about Pokashevsky is he's got to get better at basketball. Tonight he was 3 for 10 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. He did have 9 rebounds and 4 turnovers and 1 assist and 1 steal. Now, you look at that line and you're like, this is about what you'd expect from a team trying to lose games. But I will say this, the guy has everything you'd want in a player. He had one move in the game where he had like that little turnaround mid-ranger that looked smooth in the paint. He has an ability to handle the ball. He looks like he can pass pretty nice, and he looks like he has like the form of a jump shot that could be good down the road. The guy weighs like 140 pounds. I don't know how heavy he is, and he's like 7 feet tall. He is as much as an interesting body and unique combination of tools and skill you'll probably ever see. The question is, can it come together? The guy's pretty lucky because he's on a team trying to lose, and so he gets to play minutes. And that's the best thing possible. Tonight he got to play against the number 1 team in the league, and that's only going to help him out. So that's it for the Oklahoma City Thunder. There's not a lot else to say. Mikhailuk, I think his name is, he actually looks to me like a player that honestly could help out a nice team, but mostly an end of the bench guy. And Theo Maledon is interesting. The Jazz actually worked out Theo Maledon before this draft. He seems okay. Tonight he had actually a pretty decent night. 7 for 16 from the field, 2 for 6 from 3. He had 18 points. One less. Their best scorer was Mikhailuk, who had 19. So I don't know. Theo Maledon and all those guys get a chance to play, good for them, but the Thunder are looking for picks. That's what the Thunder are doing, and that's what they're going to get because they are tanking, and it is apparent. All right, before we talk about the Jazz, let's talk about our potential sponsor, Manscaped. Oh, I just lowered the read. I ruin the read every night, guys. Support for the Hoops Nerd channel is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming, champions of the world. Manscaped offers precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped just launched the 4th-generation trimmer, the Lawnmower 4.0. There it is right there. No, I don't need to make the sound. There's the sound. Can you hear it? You heard that right. The 4.0. Join over 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with the exclusive offer for you. 20% off and free worldwide shipping with the code HoopsNerd at manscaped.com. I think it's one word, actually, guys. It's actually pretty silent. It's got the light, guys. It's waterproof, like I said. It cuts your hair like this, and it cuts your jewels, or the hair around them. And it's really good, and I love it. I actually love mine. If anything comes out of this probationary trial period of the Manscaper, it's that I got one, and it's awesome. But I'll legit, guys, manscaped.com, go there, use promo code HoopsNerd, and you'll get 20% off plus free shipping. So it's like 30% off, really. So go do it, guys. Go do it. If you've ever thought about doing it, I'm telling you, and I'm being completely honest, totally worth it. Really worth it. It's like, it's a tool you'll use more than you even realized. I used it on my arms. I got the weird stragglers, but guess what? I don't got them anymore. They're gone. The stragglers down below, gone. We're clean like a well-shaven, like a well-shorn Danish sheep that I am. So guys, go do that. Become well-shorn from top to bottom, but mostly the bottom, and you'll thank me, I promise. All right, guys, let's talk about the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz absolutely obliterated the Oklahoma City Thunder. This was practice for the Jazz. They absolutely were going through practice tonight, and that's why it was really nice to have this guy back. Mike Conley could come in and just get his legs back a little bit and get some run with the starters again. I actually felt like it was a good idea because he looked a little rusty, to be honest. So that's the nice thing, is that Mike Conley comes in. There was like a small, tiny bit of dread for me that at some point at the end of the game, we're going to get a tweet that Mike Conley had some sort of tweak or tightness in his hamstring again. And that would not be good. That would not be good. And that would make me really, really sad if that happened. So Mike Conley, nice to see him back. Let's look at his stats for the game. Mike Conley shoots 2 for 7 from the field, 1 for 3 from 3, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. With 3 assists, 2 rebounds, and 10 points, he was a plus 10 in 16 minutes. I like it. I'd like to see that Mike Conley is in the game and like getting some run, because he obviously needed it. It's nice to have it happen now and have kind of this rusty game now before the actual playoffs happened, and live rounds are going across the court. So anyways, Ethan Day, welcome to starter. We got a starter in our midst, Ethan. Welcome to the team. We got a rotation guy getting big time minutes, contributing to the Hoops Nerd channel and on the court, baby. Welcome, Ethan Day. Welcome, sir. All day, Ethan Day, they say. All Ethan Day. Anyways, that was my first thing, is it's just really nice to have Mike Conley back. Also, I think it's a sign that the Jazz really want to win these games, because that number 1 seed really matters. And getting that number 1 seed is going to be really nice. Really nice. So shout out to Mike Conley for coming back. Let's just hope he's good, and then we'll play in 2 days. The Jazz will, that is, not me. I am not a member of the Utah Jazz, and hope they go well. Bojan Bogdanovic, really another solid night. There was one play where Bojan just like bogarted one guy. When you're playing Bojan Bogdanovic, he has size, and he'll use that size. He backed down one guy and just kind of bladed in off the glass. That was actually amazing. Bojan was 50% from the field, 2 for 5 from 3. A perfect Bojan night. 40% from 3, 50% from the field, 100% from the line. 50-40-100 night for Bojan, actually. 3 assists, 2 rebounds, 22 points, plus 24. Absolutely fantastic from Bojan to just go out and score and do Bojan things. Royce O'Neal was 2 for 3 from 3. That was nice to see. That ball came off his hand a little weird to me. Actually would have liked Quinn to force that ball to him a little bit. Like in a game like this where you're going to win, like, can we work on a few things? And one of those things would be like getting Royce a few more shots so he can just lock that shot down. It's still looking a little to me. So, but anyways, he did make 2 for 3. So what do I know? But I just seeing that ball come off his hand was a little, like, it wasn't quite perfect, but who knows? I could be wrong. Rudy Gobert is just the defensive player of the year. He's just incredible tonight. 5 for 9 from the field, 6 for 9 from 3. Nice. And 18 rebounds, 16 points, and the key to my heart, Rudy Gobert had. Rudy Gobert just is dominant, and it's got to be really tough for these end of the bench tanking players to have to play against Rudy Gobert and just get utterly demolished. He ruins lives. He pillages villages, and he ruins lives, and that's part of his analytics, is what Rudy Gobert does to other teams. And they run a race screaming and watching as their villages burn. That is what Rudy Gobert does to opposing teams, especially bad ones. Joe Ingles also pretty solid, although the shooting wasn't quite there. 1 for 5 from 3. He's not quite that like that month he had where he missed like only like 8 threes in the month, not quite there. And so it's nice to see Mike back and get Joe a little bit of like breathing room. Joe needs some rest, to be honest. And I think it's nice to just have Mike back. Obviously, Donovan's not going to be back until the playoffs, but at least Mike can come in and give Joe a little bit of air. And so Joe only plays 26 minutes, which is fantastic. Derek Favors played 11 minutes tonight, and he was fine. 8 points, plus 7, 4 for 5 from the field. That's pretty nice. 5 rebounds, so you'll take it. Derek just... It's all the Jazz can really... Well, although 11 minutes is also partly because the Jazz are resting for the playoffs, and so it's nice to just give Derek a chance to just get ready for the playoffs. He needs it. He really needs it. And the Jazz need him. If the Jazz want to go a long way, big games from Derek is going to be a big part of the Jazz going far. Jordan Clarkson had a 4 for 10 night from 3, so you'll take that 40%. You'll take that every single time. And let's see, 18 points plus 9. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, not bad. Jordan Clarkson had a nice night. That inside shot, for some reason, is just not quite as automatic now as it was before. Let's hope it just gets there. But tonight, 38% from the field, but he was 4 for 10 from 3. So he was better from 3 than he was from 2. So you know what that tells me? Shoot the 3. Just bombs away, man. Shoot the 3, because that is the most efficient shot in the game. We all know this. And he's good at it. So just shoot that 3, Jordan. And when he has Donovan and Mike playing and he has a little more breathing room, I wouldn't be surprised if that 2-point shot kind of comes along a little better as well when he's not just the big focal point of defenses. So absolutely. Let's see. I don't know if there's a lot else to say. George Niang is just a fantastic role player at this point. 2 for 5 from 3, 4 for 8 from the field. 11 points, plus 13. He's just great. And guess what, guys? Our summoning circle worked. In the end, Udoka Azubuike played, and he got 2 shots. He missed them both. That's okay. He came in. Quinn benched him for some weird reason after 1 minute and then brought him back in, and it hurt my feelings. I don't know why he did that, but I swear Quinn knows what I want to happen, and he chooses not to do it. So why, I don't know. But that's what Quinn chooses, and it hurts my feelings every time. Let's see. So, guys, you know what? When you're playing a tanking team, what else is there to really say? I'm ready for the playoffs. I hope you guys are ready for the playoffs. I am absolutely ready to watch what this Jazz team can do. You know who else I'm really excited to see is actually Donovan Mitchell. I miss watching Donovan Mitchell play basketball because Donovan Mitchell is incredible, and Donovan Mitchell deserves some credit for how good he's been this season. Let's talk brackets. Clips will fall to the 4th seed. Robert Hall, $2. Thank you, Robert. You know what? Why not? So let's go to the standings. The Clippers obviously are tanking right now, and we won't spend too long on this. But right now, the Jazz are obviously in the 1 seed. Will play the 8. The Clippers are looking like they're trying to drop to 4, which would help them avoid the Lakers, who may or may not end up in the 6th seed. So the Clippers absolutely avoid the Lakers in the first round if they drop to 4, which is probably what they're doing. And right now, score-wise, Clippers 107, Houston 114 with 5 minutes left. So that's something to watch. You know what? I think that's bad basketball karma, Robert, because you know what? The Jazz tanked to play the Nuggets last year and we lost. And so, you know what? The basketball... Why did I look at my mic? The basketball gods reward those who do the right thing. And if you play hard and you're not worried about seeding, you will be rewarded by the basketball gods. And I truly believe that. And if you tank, things will go bad. And you know why tanking it to get seeds in the playoffs is bad, in my opinion, is because you're kind of admitting you're not good enough. You know, you're kind of telling your players, like, I don't really believe in you. And that can't be good for mindset, right? You're kind of saying, like, oh, I want to just, like, get as far as I can. I don't believe I can actually win the championship. Is that really what message you want to be sending your players? I don't know. I don't know. So what I would say is the Jazz just want to get that 1 seed and get to the second round. And then from there, so be it. Whoever you play, great. But that means you're probably playing the Clippers or the Nuggets at that point, it looks like. So let's just look at standings quick. If the Clippers became the 4 seed and the Denver Nuggets were the 5, then the Jazz would play the winner of that series. The Jazz, you know what? I'm not as scared of the Clippers as I am of the Lakers. I think the Jazz can beat the Clippers. Paul George has shown me nothing in his career that he can take a team in the playoffs very far. You know who has shown me they can take a team very far in the playoffs? LeBron James. So I would much rather play the Clippers in the second round than anyone else. Currently, if it stayed the way it is, the Denver Nuggets are playing the Dallas Mavericks in the 4-5 spot. If the Clippers lose, then that would jump Denver to the 3 seed. But then, I don't know. I'm starting to get confused, and I don't want to be confused because I don't know if that's really great for this. Honestly, guys, when it comes to some of these things, I just kind of think, you know what? Just play your heart out. Try to, for the Jazz, it's nice because you're just trying to get the 1 seed, and that's all you really want. And, if the Clippers don't think they're good enough to beat the Lakers, then that makes me not really that scared to play the Clippers, if you're scared to play the Lakers, then I'm not really that scared of you. You know what I mean? Robert Hall, bold prediction. Lakers lose both play-in games. $2. By the way, thank you, Robert. I really appreciate the donations. That makes a big difference. Thank you very much. If the Lakers lose both play-in games, then that would be incredible. If the Lakers lose one play-in game, that sucks because then the Jazz, I might play them in the first round. So, but then at the same time, if the Lakers lose the first play-in game, are they that good? Maybe, I don't know. Not that good, apparently. It's crazy. I have to say, the play-in tournament is amazing. It's just made better basketball happen. Like, tonight's game sucked because it's just a team tanking, and there's not a lot to talk about. Like, what are you supposed to talk about when the Thunder don't want to win? Like, do you feel really good about the Jazz? No. Do you feel good about the Thunder? No. Is there anything you can really take from it? No. I mean, it's nice to see Mike Conley get some runs, so that's the story of the game, basically, and him getting his legs. And Udoka. Our summoning circle worked for Udoka, by the way. Udoka, doke. It worked. But there's nothing else to say. Like, there's nothing else to say. So the play-in tournament made more games matter. They made more games matter, and that's a success. Less teams tanked. So it's a complete success. And so LeBron James can complain about it all he wants, but guess what? It made the product better. And you know what the NBA needs to do is make the product better. That's what the NBA should worry about, and not what one single player who has a sports agency that works with other players in the league, which is super, super sus, if you ask me. Not worry about that guy. Just make sure the product's good. And guess what? You make the product good, you'll have good things. It's like the restaurant, guys. Doesn't really matter all the time what the logo's called or what the restaurant's called. Is the food good? Is the food good? Do you come away from that restaurant giving a nice Yelp review because your Eggs Benedict was really awesome? And guess what? If your food's good, people will come back and will enjoy it. Don't worry about the other things. Don't worry about how many likes the restaurant has on Instagram. Don't worry about, if you have a great, a chef that has 100,000 followers on social media or all these different things. Guess what? Or having like a logo made by a local agency that's incredible at like creating an incredible brand. You know what matters? Good food. Make good food. Is the food incredible? Guess what? People will come back and they'll tell their friends. That's what happens. Robert Hall, like and manscribe. I like it. I like it a lot. Anyways, that's my thoughts. I don't know if that makes anyone feel better or worse. I hope that you're having a nice night, though. But it's that time again to thank our all-stars tonight. These are the guys that make all the difference. They're the guys that get on the floor when it matters most. These are the guys that penetrate the defense better than anyone else out there, and they finish as well. Let's start out. Ezekiel Ricibe, JT Wardell, Buckets Wardell, Austin R. Grant, the editor, who is Bediter, Eric C., Kelsey Hamer, The Hammer, Donald Schooley, Cody Strickland, Mitt Robach, DW to CB, Darren Williams to Carlos Boozer, Jorge Arrizaga, Lee Christensen, Shan Therick, owner of the Manscaped 4.0. Shan Therick is a Manscaped man. Ryan Perry, the legend, Justin Ty H., Patrick Akubo, my buddy, Robert Hall. Thank you for the donations tonight, Robert Hall. And my buddy on Twitter, DW Jazz Going All the Way. Guys, that's all I got tonight. You guys are incredible. I'm going to finish it off because I was supposed to read the final read and it says required, so I'm going to read it. Get 20% off and free shipping with code HoopsNerd at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use code HoopsNerd. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped. Guys, go do it. I would appreciate it so much. Go do it. Anyways, if you're new here, like and subscribe to the channel. If you want to join the channel, you can join one of 3 tiers. All of you are effective and great. I appreciate it. If you're a starter, I released an unedited video I had worked on. You can see kind of the editing process and some of the things I do. I'm not necessarily perfect. I'm still figuring it out. Plus, I got a new logo. I think I'll share kind of the first draft of the logo. It's not quite done yet, but I'm going to show it. And if you want to see it, it's pretty cool. I'm excited about it. And it's coming with a cool new video. So anyways, guys, like and subscribe. Hit the like button. I would appreciate it. I will talk to you next time.